Hi, Deacon John Wilson here, Education Enrichment Director for West Angeles. Well, it looks like we're going to be on this Harvard stuff for a while. Um, Harvard, I know it sounds a little biased way to start, but I will start with facts. Has an endowment of between 52 and 54 billion. They claim that last year they made $8.6 billion, on their investments or something like that, either 6 to 8 or some people say 6.5, some 7. They're making enough money in one year to pretty much more than cover their operational expenses. In fact, the income at Harvard University, as you'll see in one of the articles, if you read through them, I have receipts for everything I'm saying right now. And I'll show you a quick way to read through them with a suggestion for you. Um, I think it's 24% of their income comes by way of tuition. So the school's making money a lot of different ways, every year, and that's adding to that endowment. And that's something you need to understand going into this. But nevertheless, let me share with you a way you can keep up with what's happening because a lot happened in just simply one day. Let me do that right now. Some of you may remember that I called your attention to, and I'm going to do it again today, to ground news. Now, this is not an advertisement for ground news, but I tell you, that's the only way I keep up with all sides of the issues. If you want to see what both sides are saying, that's where you go, because unfortunately, media is biased one way or another. And here's the story, right? Let me show you how to use it, and then I'll include a link below to this ground news page right here. You can experiment with it. But Trump administration blocks Harvard from enrolling international students. And that, I believe, was yesterday, early in the day. No, 2 days ago, early in the day, or late in the day, and then it came out on the 22nd. And look what happened right after that. Hong Kong University welcomes Harvard students. So Hong Kong, which is controlled by the Chinese Communist Party now anyway, as U.S. halts foreign enrollment at the oldest American university. All right, so they offered an alternative right away. I thought that was interesting. You might want to read that article. You can click right there to see it. Again, this is ground news. This is the way ground news works. Let's see what else we got. Chinese college gives it. There's the same story there. What else we got? Trump ratchets up battle with Harvard foreign students. 5 takeaways. This is a great article. You should probably want to get into this article and read a little further. That's something about ground news. You get down into these information holes here, but they're not bad holes to be in, really. You get to learn a lot about what's going on in the world when you do that. Okay. So back to the original article here. So up the top, there it is, Trump administration blocks. Then we have this article that I believe was just hours later on Ground News. Remember, Ground News doesn't wait for the news cycle. It's covering it all times of the day. I'm finding I keep really up to speed. I'll tell you the other news I use too, because here I can look at all sides, and I'll show you how to use Blind Spot again in a minute. But there's the article I was talking about that you might want to look for, the 5 takeaways. They're very interesting. I don't have the time to cover them here, but you should read them. Um, you'll find out some interesting information about Harvard. Okay. International students who will be banned are 7,000 students, around 27% of Harvard's current student body come from outside the United States. Okay. Here they say the endowment is 53.2. There's a lot of good stuff in that article. And again, it's found right here where it says, you should go read it. It's right here. I don't rightly see it. Here it is, right here. You can go right to it and click on it and find out the article. Oh, it's right here. No, here's the article, WWLP. It's a local station, and you can read a really good article about that. A lot of times, these local stations, you can learn a whole lot. So that was Trump's move. And then it was Harvard's turn late yesterday. Harvard sues the Trump administration over its ban on enrollment of foreign students. if I had put a video out, I would have predicted it, but it was the next day, and it was at a district court, so clearly it'll be appealed. But for right now, the judge agreed, and they blocked it. A judge blocks the foreign student ban. Okay, so first they filed papers to block it, then they filed a suit against the Trump administration. The university is sued, judge overturns for the time being. It was a district judge. I won't get into politics. I mean, if you look at it on the right, left, it's hilarious. On the right, they want you to know it was an Obama judge. That's not important to me. But that's where we are. And you might say, well, where are we today? Well, today the judge did rule that they have to still accept international students, but there's going to be an appeal that'll probably hit the courts in July. All right. Here's another article here. Judge blocks Trump administration from revoking enrollment of students. You might read this article. It's a real good one. And these articles, see, there's the Obama judge from the right. This is the way ground news works. People on the right are reading this headline. You know, it's an Obama. That's how they keep us at each other's throats. Here's one right here that leans left. Penalty against foreign students at Harvard. Trump threatens university. Threatens university counterattacks. That's a leaning left article, right? You got to watch what you're reading. Just like I got to watch what we're eating. I'm on the talk. I'm trying to lose weight now. Let's see. Here's one that I thought, and I agree, it's highly factual, right? Highly factuality. It's very good. That's what ground news does. They do these highly factual articles and things that are really good. So Judge blocks it. You can read the articles. Here's one from the left too. Trump tries to ban Harvard from the. Well, yeah, he did try. You're right, but it's leaning left in its wording. When you read the article, they say some things that are questionable, but they're coming from a bias. And down here's a leaning right. You want one of those? Justices clash. Judge stomps Trump's alien prohibition for Harvard. I don't know. Judge stops. You know. Ooh, okay, so I just want to make sure you have a sense. I'll include links to those primary three articles in the description below. Now, what do I think about all this? Once again, I have to say that this is another case, and I think I said it earlier, in regards to Harvard. I don't want to go into other things right now. The administration is going probably too far, too fast. Just need to slow down, slow down. You slow down. Like I see the Senate passed the other day, and they got like 4 Democrat votes that the tax on endowment should be increased substantially. I agree with that. But it's going the right way. It's going through Congress. And when it go back to the House, I think the House is going to agree to it. That's the way we should be doing things. It should go through the House, the Congress. And some of these things won't go through exactly as President Trump wants, and they won't go exactly the way the left wants. I mean, Harvard's had it too easy too long, though. I'm really disturbed that they're taking foreign investments and not obeying the federal acquisition regulations. They're not listing out all their foreign donations. Now, I don't hear Trump talking about that lately at all. That's atrocious to me, why they won't bring that up. I mean, I also have problems with Harvard and how they did admissions, and there's rumors they're still doing it. And if it can be shown that they are, they should lose some federal funding over it because they were told by the courts what to do. A lot of y'all not going to agree with that. A lot of y'all feel colleges can do whatever they want. No, you don't. Because if there was some right-wing university saying something you didn't like, you wouldn't like it. I'll show an article later about what they tried to do to Grand Canyon University. But Harvard has a huge endowment. They have a moral and ethical responsibility to protect Jewish students. Again, the administration did not produce any proof. And that's where I have the problem of too far, too fast. I might agree with some of this, but it's too far, too fast, in my opinion. All right, let's see here. I think that's all I want to say about that. Again, if you like videos like this, please like and subscribe to improve our reach. Helps us out a whole lot. Leave a comment, won't you, on the video so I can know what you're thinking. Um, and there we go. I got some other videos I'll be dropping the next couple of days. Well, I would love for you to check back in with me. Certainly subscribe so you can get notifications and click notifications on. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye bye now.